I'm KS. Welcome to the Economics Show, where we interview random people and ask them about economics. Today's guest, let me welcome the great Josh the Cool. So happy to have you here on the show, Josh the Cool.
It's Thacker.
Thrasher.
Thacker.
Thraka.
Thacker.
Right, Thrasher. So tell me, Josh Thrasher, what is the goal of the tax policy?
First, efficiency. The tax system should distort incentives as little as possible. Second, intergenerational equity. The tax system should raise enough revenue so current generations do not endure burdens of the future generations. And third, stabilization. The tax system should help maintain economy at full employment.
So sorry about your cat. Okay, so tell me, Smosh, who made this policy?
The George H.W. Bush administration and Bill Clinton administration founded the tax policy.
So Jimmy, what does the government do with the money that they collect?
The government uses the revenue they collected to pay for expenditures such as public places and education.
Wow, Jim, that was a very thorough answer that you gave there.
Wait, why are your clothes different?
So Jeffrey, my last question for you is, what are the long-term effects of the tax policy?
Well, high marginal tax rates can discourage work, saving, investment, and innovation.
That's lovely. Now we also have this gorgeous visual to put on screen right now. So we're gonna put it on the screen now. So as you can see, the government uses the tax policy to collect taxes from different sources. The source that brings in the most money is personal income tax, second being social insurance, and third being corporate income tax. The two sources that bring in the least are excise tax and other taxes that don't fall into these categories. Oh yeah, you might not be able to see the whole graph thing, but I just read it to you, so it should be fine. Okay, now here we can see what the government spends it on. So 32% discretionary, 62% mandatory, and 6% interest. It was a pleasure having you on the show, Jimmy Neutron. Come back, okay? Our next guest for tonight is none other than Carly Quaxon. Perfect to have you on the show. Alright, so tell me, Carly, what is the goal of the regulatory policy?
That would be to limit the discretion of individuals and agencies and compel certain types of behaviors.
Fascinating. So when was the regulatory policy enacted?
It was enacted during the recession that went from July 1981 to November 1982.
Okay. So what is the government's role in this policy?
Well, the government's role is to make cuts in the growth of government spending, income taxes and capital gain taxes, regulations on businesses, and the expansion of the money supply.
So what else happened during this time?
Well, during this time, Reagan's tax cuts didn't end the recession, but all it did was it shifted the government spending from domestic programs to defense programs.
Mm-hmm. So who founded the regulatory policy?
What? An organization for economic cooperation and development founded it, otherwise known as OECD.
It was a pleasure having you on the show, Ms. Quaxon. And welcome our final guest of the evening, Ms. Flincher. How are you doing? So, what are the goals of the monetary policy?
To promote maximum employment, stabilize prices, and moderate long-term interest rates. This will lead to long-term economic growth and employment.
Will it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how was it developed?
It was developed along with the 12 Federal Reserve banks with the passage of the Federal Reserve Act of 1913.
Who practices this policy, and since when has it been practiced?
The policy has been practiced by the Federal Reserve every year since its initial creation.
In 1913.
Right.
does the government use the policy for?
The government uses the policy to influence economic performance. It is used to directly control the money supply and interest rates.
So what are the long-term effects and consequences of this?
It will lower the exchange rate, weaken the financial account, strengthen the current account, and the domestic GDP will rise.
That's fascinating. And we also have a visual for this as well, which you brought
Yeah,
actually.
I did,
Can you put it on the screen right
it'll be
now?
like-
So as you can see here, this is the cycle of a monetary policy. So we have interest rates. High interest rates will lead to inflation, and that inflation will be more money supply in general, and then that money supply will contribute to interest rates being high. So it's a closed loop. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, Mr. Blincher. Thank you for tuning in to Economics with me, KS. I will not see you next week, for I will probably be fired. But I have to go feed my platypus. So for now, thank you for tuning in. Good night.
So how do you feel about the show? How do you feel about the show?